Noting what's super obvious, like those of us who are in our mid-50s are caught in the past in the way that we think about this. One side's like, no, I've got this idea, and we've got this idea, and let's have a debate about our ideas. They don't want a debate. Those ideas won't produce outcomes that any rational person would want under any circumstances. Those are manifestations of some larger force acting upon us. It's just so obvious. It's completely obvious. And I think two things. One, we should say that and stop engaging in these totally fraudulent debates where we are using the terms that we used in 1991 when I started at Heritage, as if maybe, I could just win the debate if I marshaled more facts. I've tried that, doesn't work. And two, maybe we should all take just like 10 minutes a day to say a prayer about it.
Well, it was just about a month back, and Tucker Carlson had released, I believe it was one-day footage of the January 6th. He had a senator, the brilliant Chuck Schumer, stand on the floor of Congress, I believe it was, and
I don't think I've ever seen a primetime cable news anchor manipulate his viewers the way Mr. Carlson did last night. I don't think I've ever seen an anchor treat the American people and American democracy with such disdain. And he's going to come back tonight with another segment. Fox News should tell him not to. Fox News, Rupert Murdoch, tell Carlson not to run a second segment of lies. You know it's a lie.
Rail against how dangerous it was for what Tucker Carlson was doing and how he shouldn't be showing those things. And he's no longer working at Fox. But you were only getting so much truth out of Fox anyway, or any of these media. All of the media is owned at that stage, and we've kind of known that. When Bill Clinton did his, I believe it was his acceptance speech or his graduation, he talked about giving thanks to, it might have been his inaugural address, but he thanked a man that he was his sociology teacher, and his name was Carroll Quigley. This man wrote a book called Tragedy and Hope, if you can find it. It was bought and purchased, at least the second half of the book. The plates were purchased so they couldn't produce them anymore, the book in its total. But what the book was a man that was an elitist, and he was explaining how that both sides of this government had been bought and purchased, and it was all for New World Order, one world government. This is old news, but yet now it's not so old anymore. It's right in our face. I wanted to play you this clip that the Malaysian former prime minister says, and this man ran the country, and he's pretty clear on what he's letting you know that's going on right now, so check this out. Bye.
Malaysia's former Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, said that the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPPA, is a New World Order strategy by a powerful pact of people led by the US to dominate the world economy. Speaking at the international conference titled New World Order, Recipe for Peace or War, organized by the Perdana Global Peace Foundation, Dr. Mahathir said globalization and borderless trade are being used to establish a one-world government.
Basically, it is about having a world government. We should abolish all states, all nations, all borders, but instead have only one world government. And that world government is to be by certain people, elites, people who are very rich, very intelligent, very powerful in many ways. They are the ones who will govern the world. There was not much talk about democracy or choice of leaders. Instead, there was to be a government by these elites who will impose their rules on everyone in this world. And for those who are unwilling to submit to them, there will be punishment. And the peace that we will get from this is the peace of the graveyard, because the intention also is to reduce the number of people in this world. At the time when the New World Order was enunciated, the population of this world was only 3 billion. The intention was to reduce it to 1 billion. Now the population of the world is 7 billion. There will be a need to kill many billions of people, or to starve them to death, or to prevent them from giving birth, in order to reduce the population of this world.
It was reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on that.
It was reported that you continued to meet with him over several years, and that, in other words, a number of meetings. What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful. I'm very proud of what we've done in philanthropy. Very proud of the work of the foundation. That's what I get up every day and focus on.
I wanted to address something. We did 2 shows in the last month, and as far as the views, they are in no way, shape, or form near what any other of the videos are. Now, they were on topics such as, in the sky, there's certain days that planes fly, and the sky ends up white. That's one of them. And we did a show on certain things being put into your body, let's say. And, this guy talked about it, so let's just say that. So I'd like to ask you, as those that have subscribed, to check out those videos. Here's a couple of pictures just to give you an idea what I mean. Here and here. Check those out for me. See if you get them numbers up. Something's weird. Thanks. Bye. God bless. Fight the good fight.